The winter blahs are setting in, and it's a time of year when many Canadians are planning trips to exotic lands. John is one of them.
Come on in to my office if you'd like.
He's just graduated with a master's degree in computer science, but isn't ready for a full-time job. Instead, John has decided to teach English in Taiwan, hoping it will be a good place to pursue some of his other interests.
I would really just love to find a woman who we're happy to sort of get together and stay together. You never know where you're going to find her, but I could meet that woman in Taiwan just as easily as I could meet her in Canada.
And there's better chance of it, maybe there than here.
Love life is tough. I think I've had kind of a feeling that Canadian women, I don't get them. I find Canadian women quite confusing, and I'm hoping that I hit it off more with Taiwanese women. So I know that'll break the hearts of a nation of women, but hopefully they'll get over it.
With his departure a week away, John seeks the advice of his classmates about his upcoming trip. He wants to know if they can suggest anything that will make his transition to Taiwan smoother.
What advice would you guys give me? I know Taiwan is different than China, but is there anything that if I do will really offend people in Taiwan?
Well, I think if you go to Taiwan, probably you can take off your beard.
I can take off my beard?
Yeah.
They won't like that?
I think most Chinese people don't really like that.
Do you agree with that, Xingyi?
Yeah, I agree.
I look very different without the beard, so it'll be a change. Will I find a woman who I want to marry?
Oh!
Like the woman I'm meant for.
It's always fun, right, for you to find a Chinese girl.
Finding love in Taiwan is not impossible. Many English teachers do, but cross-cultural relationships are not without their challenges. Cecile arrived here 3 years ago, met Gary, and married him. 4 months ago, she gave birth to their first son, Oscar. She is only now learning what it means to have a Taiwanese mother-in-law.
I didn't know Gary's mother and father very well. I'd met them 3 times while I was pregnant. So then the baby's born, and she's there every day since. Traditionally, Chinese mother-in-laws are evil. In Chinese literature, they're portrayed as devils, these devil women. I've been lucky. My mother-in-law is quite nice, but she does a lot of things without asking or thinking before she does it. And once in a while, she does stuff that makes me really angry.
John has decided to take the advice of his classmates, who convinced him that he'd have better luck finding a Taiwanese girlfriend if he changes his physical appearance.
Hi. Good. I was just hoping to get my hair and beard cut, if you
Sure.
could.
Hang your coat up and come right in.
I'd like a lot taken off. I'm going to be going to Taiwan, so I'm looking for a more professional look. In terms of my beard and facial hair, I've heard that Taiwan is a very youth-obsessed culture, and that the only people with beards or facial hair are the elderly. So I am thinking that, the time's up to sort of get rid of the hair. It just really felt like, geez, I'm really going to Taiwan. I'm starting to kind of think, geez, this is gonna happen.
Last year, actually, was a pretty crappy time. I got laid off from my job, and I lost my apartment in the same day.
Jules went to school to become a web designer, but since graduating, hasn't had any luck finding a job. With a mounting student loan to pay off, she's decided to try teaching in Taiwan as a way to get out of debt. Her mother doesn't try to talk her out of it.
There's just nothing been happening for you in your career field for the last while.
That's the reason for going to Taiwan.
Well, I think it's starting off on the right track, that's for sure.
I want it all.
I know.
Now.
Everybody wants, you want everything right away, but that's not reality and that's not life.
I know.
So that's my advice, if you can just sort of keep in mind what your goal is. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have some turns that you're not going to like. You're going to have some unhappy days. And you're not coming home to mommy again.
Right. Good words of wisdom.
John has just completed his makeover and is excited to see what his roommates think of the new look.
Jingwei!
What happened to you? Totally different.
Whoa. Holy shit, you look different.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So do you think the Taiwanese girls will like this?
I think so.
Yeah.
You look like a rich man.
It looked like a rich man. Is it? Is it right?
A very round face.
I was talking about that. Like my face is so round without a beard.
Now you're gonna be picking up down there.
I'm not going there just to get laid. Like I've joked with my family and friends that if I'm single when I go to Asia, I'll be married when I come back.
Back in Taiwan, another makeover has just transpired. This time, it didn't go over as well.
It's like someone took a pair of hedge trimmers to his hairs. We just hadn't decided. We hadn't really talked about it. It was going to be one tradition or another. It wasn't going to be just because someone wanted his hair cut because they thought it looked stupid like that. Cut it up here, too.
Cecile's native traditions consider baby's hair sacred and not to be cut. But while Cecile was teaching, her mother-in-law decided to cut Oscar's.
I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I didn't think I would react like that to something like someone cutting his hair.
你们两个就没有办法完全沟通啊！啊，你刚剪之前不会打个电话问一下？
啊，没有，你现在从中间你要跟他解释说，因为我们这个国情不一样，然后你要跟他讲说，剪头发这个其实小孩子很快就会长了，1个礼拜他的全部都会长出来了。然后他现在是长什么样？
这其实没什么事情，现在主要的是人家他那边不高兴是说，啊你奇怪那个小孩又不是你生，人家他有自己想说要怎么样弄啊，啊你现在你什么都没问，你就这样自己做主，他当然会不爽啊，一定的啊。
I know how to take care of my own child, but this is Chinese tradition. The paternal grandmother is the one who makes the rules for that child. And the parents just go along with that because they're younger.
After talking with Gary, his mother's not convinced she did anything wrong.
Of course, she won't apologize for it or anything. She's just pretending like nothing happened. So we've had some serious differences on how things should be done. And she just doesn't know how to treat me because I'm not Chinese. And I don't know how to treat her because I'm not Chinese.
You're going to be a very good teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very scared about that.
You're going to be very, very good.
Because I'm not maternal. I don't know kids really.
This is about teaching a child skills that they do not have.
Jules isn't confident she's making the right decision moving to Taiwan, so she visits a local psychic to see if the cards are in her favor.
Here in The Fool, karmically, we're saying this is your time to make a choice that says, I settle for nothing. I'm making a choice to give a crack at bliss, give a crack at passion, and I'm taking my chances.
Okay.
It means here you discover what you're about.
It's about time. I really hope everything that he said happens.
So sexually, you're going to be really, really busy. Your body will feel good.
It sounded really good, and I hope it's true.
Jules has just arrived in Taiwan. Jobless, in debt, and traveling on a strict budget, she now needs to find an inexpensive place to spend the night.
I'm using Taiwan basically to get my finances in gear. Once I get my finances in gear, then I'll be able to maybe have a better idea of where I want to run to and stay. There comes a time in everyone's life where, you know, they gotta grow up.
Single room.
Single room, yes.
One day.
Maybe two, maybe
two.
three,
Oh,
but
okay.
probably two.
500.
500. Is it possible to look at a room first? Is it possible to see a room, to look at it, to see what it's like before?
No.
How do you charade saying that you want to look at a room first? I just want to see the room.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Interesting door. Oh, it's already open. 922. Oh, it stinks. Sweat stains. Ooh, oh, no, oh yeah. That's nice. Oh, and there's a hair. Oh, goody. What the? Like, seriously? Ew. It's kind of... No, this is unacceptable. Can I handle it for one night? I want a shower. I want a nice shower. What am I gonna do? I think I want to find another place to stay.
Gary and I have decided, since his hair has been desecrated, we're going to go all the way, shave his head, and make the calligraphy paintbrushes with his hair.
With the cutting of Oscar's hair, Cecile's hope for an Indian tradition has been shattered. Fortunately for her, she has another ancient culture to fall back on. In their tradition, the Taiwanese shave the baby's head and take the fallen hair to make calligraphy brushes.
What did he say?
Yeah, he can do that now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Oh, you're so cute with hair. I hope you're still cute without.
Good. You could actually use it, and it's good luck, because the first person who did it, he got to work for an emperor. Oh, good.
Who are you?
Do you think that's funny? You have no hair. Yeah, this is the exact opposite of any tradition we have. It's pretty interesting. I feel pretty good about it, though. I mean, it's amazing. And it's such an old tradition, too. It's gonna help him learn his history from his father's side. I mean, Chinese writing is so old.
And today.
I think it'd be rude to ask her to use a phone to find another place to stay. Excuse me? Can I use your phone?
Jules is planning on staying in Taiwan at least a year and packed for it.
Oh, taxi.
3 hours into her trip, she wished she hadn't.
I'm going to Taipei Hostel. It's What's that?
No, I can't.
You can't?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What?
I don't know, sorry.
That's okay, thank you. Hello. I'm going to Taipei Hostel.
Hey, okay.
Please let it be nice. I am a woman, I can do it.
almost there.
The burden of heavy suitcases and 24 hours of travel have caused Jules' standards to slip. Finally, she resorts to a youth hostel, hoping that it can satisfy her few remaining requirements.
It doesn't stink. That's good. Small and shared bathroom.
Yeah.
Shower? Where's the shower?
Yeah, same.
Same?
Yeah.
It's gonna have to do.
After settling in at the hostel, Jules hits the streets of Taipei to situate herself and to get a feel for her new surroundings.
It's quite the difference from Halifax. Halifax is quite a slow-moving town, and you can actually walk around for like 20 minutes and not see a single person. Taipei, it's like complete craziness. I think I may do all right here.
Okay, now, where to get some food? Oh, here's the dudes on the sidewalk eating their food.
Yeah, I'm petrified that I'm completely on my own. No job. And not a whole lot of money to live off of, so a little stressful, I think. But I'm hoping that everything's gonna work out, just like the psychic said. Right place at the right time.
Oscar's brushes are ready, and Cecile is thrilled when she sees the final results.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Being a mother is definitely the best thing ever in my entire life. It's like, there's nothing else like it. I don't know. It's so good.
Oh, it's Bebe's hair.
To show all is forgiven, Cecile takes Oscar to visit Gary's mother, hoping she'll approve of his new look.
We cut his hair today.
Today? Why?
The paintbrush. The paintbrushes.
他要把它做成毛笔的。
毛笔的。
对，看毛 brush。
I've had to realize it's not her fault, it's mostly me. She loves him dearly, and I'm a first-time mother. I freak out easily.
他问你喜不喜欢他剪头发 ？No 。
Freshly shaved and sporting a new haircut, John arrives in Taiwan to begin his search for love.
Is this bus 1 or 2? Is this going to the Lili Sheridan?
Next one.
Next one. Great, thanks.
Although John came here hoping to find an Asian girlfriend, he can't resist trying out some of his new material on two Americans he meets on the bus.
You're both here to teach English?
I'm going to be teaching actually business English.
For Berlitz. Okay. So God called up Satan, and he says to Satan, he goes, yeah, we had an engineer go missing, like they're all supposed to come here. Do you know what happened to him? Satan said, yeah, he turned up down here and it's great. He's like installed air conditioning. He's like been putting in roads, like all our traffic congestion's freeing up. God said, well, like you got to send him up here. All engineers, they go to heaven, so you need to give him back to us. Satan says, no way, we're hanging on to him. And God starts to get a little flustered. He says, if you don't give that engineer back, we'll sue. To which Satan responds, where are you going to get a lawyer? Ho, ho, ho.
I don't think it's a bad joke. Just corny.
Everyone hates lawyers until they need one.
I don't know. I've dated a fair number of women, and like I think I've definitely connected with a number of them. I'll be very disappointed if I come home and I haven't dated anyone.
It's the big backpack.
Although John's purpose is to find love here, he knows it could take some time. He'll need to work, but is confident finding a job won't be a challenge.
From what I've read, I get the real feeling that it's not hard to find work, that you can pick up a job fairly easily. So I'm cautiously optimistic that I'll be able to figure out what I want to do there.
Oh, back this way? Okay. Shishi. Apparently, it's not the 3 to 5 minute walk I thought it was. And even if this isn't the right place, I think I'm just gonna stay here. It says Taipei Hostel. Hi, I have a reservation, John Champagne. It's for a private room.
super. I don't know, this is pretty decent. So here we are in the Champagne Palace of Love.
You're supposed to show up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning without meeting anybody, just show up. Why can't I go in and see it?
It was so surreal. Like, I honestly couldn't come up with a better word. It was almost overload. It was one day, okay, let's see him do it all.
Does your throat feel tight?
This does not look like mosquito bites. The problem is I have a commercial to shoot tomorrow, and they're not gonna like that.
Is this bus 1 or 2? Is this going to the Lili Sheridan?
Next one.
Next one. Great, thanks. This one. I'm thinking this is it. This is the right one for me, right? Oh, not this one. Oh. Could I get my bag out?